The next day, I looked terrible. The face staring back at me from the mirror was swollen and red from crying. Still, I had to get dressed and go to work. Normally, I wouldn't have liked to go to work feeling so downcast. But if I remained at home, I knew I would cry again. Having something to do was good. No rest for the wicked, eh? So like, yes, you were in custody until yesterday evening. Get back to work. A tiny part of me still expected movement in the house, but there was nobody. Of course, I'd sent the servant home. The one and only servant. My father would sit there, reading the newspaper. My mother would come up to me, smile, and try to brush my hair. The memories were so vivid, and yet I would never see them again. I knew it couldn't last forever, but death can visit us like a sudden shower of rain. I'd realized that back when my grandfather died. I'm still a child, aren't I? I touched the chair where my father had used to sit. I wish I could have learned more from them. I wish we could have had more time. I sighed and looked at the clock on the wall. Finn won't come to pick me up. I'll have to go alone. I had lost so much, but I was alive. Allowed to live, more like. And I had to move forward. Father, Mother. See you later. When you sending me down? I know it's coming. I know it's happening. I was spoiled. Come on. On leave? Why, Sir Cordoa?
It all must be hard on you. You should rest at home for 2 or 3 days.
No. I don't need leave. I want to do something. Please, Sir Cordoa.
I can't, Estella. It's government policy. You're placed on leave.
Policy? Sir Cordoa nodded.
You know that rank 1 officers work in groups of 2. You don't have a partner anymore. Since you can't do your old job, I don't see what purpose your presence here serves. Just go home.
I didn't want to give in, but I saw no way to convince Sir Cordoa to go against the policy. Very well. Goodbye. Okay, so she just went to work.
Good. And try not to get too depressed, Estella.
Thanks. Very comforting. I shut myself at home. Morning, noon, evening. The colors of the sky slid by. Unlike the sky, my mood did not change. Generally, I moped and rolled around on my bed. Impassively, I waited for time to pass. Nothing improved. I didn't begin to feel better, and I couldn't find peace either. Still, I was unable to do anything. I seemed to be imprisoned in my room, bound by invisible chains. I'm surprised she wasn't like, yo, I should investigate who the real murderer is while I have time off, and then I can get Finn back from the depths. She's like, well, I guess I'll just watch the sky change. I seemed to be imprisoned in my room, bound by invisible chains. On the 3rd morning, my empty stomach woke me up. I hadn't eaten or even drunk any water. The day before, I'd hoped my mood would improve, but it hadn't. I have to eat something. You gotta drink something first. I crawled out of bed, hoping to find food somewhere. When I left the room, I looked into the mirror. I looked terrible. My hair and my clothes were disheveled. I looked, if nothing else, very tired. What would my mother think, I thought. I had a feeling she would have given me a long and exasperated lecture. We're not high nobility, but we are noble. You have to look the part. My father had said the same at some point. Let's stop this. I decided I wasn't going to shut myself in my room again. I decided I wasn't going to languish like that. Like the dawn, I had to change. Insert dramatic music. I guess this will do. I haven't eaten so much in a while. I hadn't been sure if I had food in the house. My servant had left me dried sausage and hard-baked bread. I was able to eat heartily. I wonder what I have to do to make something so delicious. The kitchen was the servant's realm. I was taught that the masters flat out did not enter it. I'd seen others preparing food, but I had no idea how any of it was really done. I'd like to learn how to cook at least simple food. I looked at the corner of the table. The letter from the Euclases. I'd completely ignored it so far. Please read it before we don't get a chance to. I can't keep doing that. I had to move forward. I had to read it. I took it and broke the seal. Oh yeah. It was an apology for Finn's actions. They also wanted to apologize in person. It ended with a meek plea to contact them once I felt ready. It's not Finn's fault, and it isn't theirs either. Better late than never. I have to talk to them and tell them I don't hold a grudge. Do we actually get to see his parents? Because that would be amazing. It was past noon when I went out. The town looked as lively as always. It felt insulting. Everything was the same it had always been. The people, the streets, everything. The Euclases run a store somewhere here. What's that noise? Oh. Oh no. Well, I guess we get to see a hint of what they went through when Finn was sent down in disgrace.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive us. Forgive us and our idiot son. We're so sorry for any inconvenience. We really are. Please forgive us.
What? There was a sizable crowd on a street corner gathered around something. It was difficult to pass by or through. I tried to look to the center of the crowd, and an old woman next to me sighed. Oh, are they doing it again today? They don't learn, do they? Again today? Yes. This is the second. No, the third day. The boss of the Euclase company keeps apologizing together with his wife. It can't be easy having such a stupid son. The Euclase company's boss. I realized what this meant.
Like we're going to buy from someone who raised a murderer. I hope you go bankrupt.
I became angry. What's wrong with him? Forced to act, I pushed my way through the crowd. Oh, yes. The crowd was surrounding a man and a woman. The man was Finn's father, Finnis. The woman was his mother, Elaine.
Apologizing won't bring back the dead. You know that, right? We're so sorry. We'll do anything. Please, forgive us.
This is ridiculous. The two had been apologizing for a while, just as the old woman had said. Their crumpled posture and tired eyes spoke of how long they had been doing it. As I stood there, they were prostrating themselves on the ground. I should have read the letter and come here sooner. It wasn't their fault. Finn hadn't even killed anyone. He was only lying for my sake. I shouldn't have shut myself in. I just assumed I was the only one suffering.
That doesn't sound honest to me. I want your forehead on the pavement.
An ill-mannered man was standing before them with his foot raised. Before he had a chance to kick them, I intervened. Stop it. Don't mistreat them.
Huh? Who the fuck are you? Get out!
I won't. I'm Cyrus Testella, a rank 1 police officer.
Lady Cyrus, we're so sorry for what Finn has done.
It's all right. Look up. You did nothing wrong. Everyone, please disperse and stop causing trouble. You have nothing to do with any of this. I glared back at the crowd. Roughly half of them left, but the man and some curious onlookers remained.
Nothing to do with it. I used to buy from these fuckers. They took my money and used it to raise a murderer. I hate them. I hope they fucking suffer.
You insolent! I walked up to the man and with great effort kept myself from punching him. Instead, I glared.
What?
You're going to pay if you say any more. You have no right to torment them. Get lost.
What's going on here? No fighting in the streets. Oh.
Oh, of course it's you. My colleagues, Sankabolt Ark and his partner, off-screen, appeared on the scene.
Are you crazy? What were you doing to these civilians?
I'm perfectly sane. This idiot was abusing these two. It's his fault.
This idiot, huh? It looked to me like you lost your cool.
Oh no, I hadn't lost my cool yet.
Not yet. Well. I see the owners of the Euclase company over there. I'm sure this was all very emotionally charged. Step away from the man, all right?
I took a few steps back. The man took this chance to hurry away. Ark sighed as he watched him leave.
Oh. At least you weren't carrying a sword. I'd have to file a report if you hurt someone.
I agree. I might have slain him if I'd been armed.
You're being dramatic. Go to the chapel and try to calm down.
Good idea. I was surprised to find myself treated so well by Ark. Maybe I actually look crazy to him right now. I turned around to Finn's parents and knelt before them. You don't have to do that. Please stand up.
No, we couldn't do that. We're the reason your family is dead. The reason your life was destroyed. There was to be some way to make amends, but if we can only apologize.
Finn didn't do it. You have nothing to apologize for. Finn had taken the blame for me. These two hadn't raised a murderer. They'd raised my protector. I wish I could tell them the truth. I took the hand of Finn's mother and thought about the best way to proceed. I forgive you. I forgive both of you. Others will blame you for raising a criminal, but I want you to live a good life. My parents would have wanted that too. Whatever he did later, Finn was good to me for a long time. I still feel grateful to him. Please, don't abandon him. Include him in your prayers.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Her voice was faltering. I embraced her and patted her on the back. I wish I could see your faces. His love for me is a crime, but I didn't want to see them suffer for a murder which Finn didn't commit. Now what? Good on you, Cyrus. That was a lovely scene. Even if we didn't get to see them face to face, it's still a lovely scene. Ark was right. Coming here was a good idea. It was so quiet, the right kind of environment to calm down in. Ah! I was like, I wonder if our saint boy is here. He's still got his angelic choir.
Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were here. I bowed hurriedly. Excuse me.
No, don't leave. The chapel is open to everyone. Stay here, Cyrus de Stella.
You know my name?
I do. Well, I learned it the other day. You're the daughter of Keith de Stella. He was killed a few days ago. Keith de Stella always had the people on his mind in the assembly. We have lost a good man.
Saint Une. Saint Une knew my father. Simply hearing my father's name from him already made me happy. He even praised his work. My father would be overjoyed to hear that, Saint Une.
I wish I had told him when he was still alive. The lives of human beings are so disastrously short. Tell me if there is anything I can do. I'd like to help.
Saint Une. The assembly hadn't ended well, but perhaps Saint Une could... But I don't have the right to ask for anything.
I can see you want to tell me something, but you're reluctant. I don't know whether I can help, but we can only find out if you talk to me about it.
Oh, okay. As you know, someone killed my parents. However, the one sentenced for it is not the criminal.
He's not?
Yes. The one sentenced for it is called Finn Euclase. He was my partner in the police. He wanted to prevent me from being accused of the crime, so he confessed to something he hadn't done.
Why would he do that?
Well, because he said he loves me. I don't know. But he's a good man. I suppose he must have tried to sacrifice himself for me.
Would someone accept this punishment simply out of kindness? He must be a wonderful person.
Well, anyway, I want to save him. Finn is innocent.
I see. If he didn't do it, who do you think did?
I don't know.
That makes it difficult. Once he's sent into the depths, even for a crime he didn't commit, it would be hard for me to save him. We don't know where the criminals are or what they do down there.
I see. If Saint Une couldn't help Finn, could you at least help the Euclase family, then?
Euclase.
Yes. His family operates a chain of shops. The people are blaming them for what Finn was sentenced for. Many people are working at their shops. They'll lose their jobs if the company goes bankrupt due to the actions of a heartless minority. I'm sure the government would like to maintain stability as well. Please help them before it is too late.
I see. Yes, an increase in the unemployed population is not desirable. I will do what I can.
Thank you.
Anything else? Is there nothing you want for yourself?
For myself? Of course I did, but I could not impose on him any further. He's going to help the Euclases. I will help myself. I'm all right. Thank you for your concern. Well then, goodbye. It was an honor to speak with you, Saint Une.
Yes, goodbye. The blessings of heaven are eternal. May you find peace, Cyrus de Stella.
Thank you, old boo. I still miss you. Wow. I can't believe I actually talked to Saint Une. At least this should make it easier for the Euclases company. Now I can worry about myself. I was alive. I could take care of myself. And that's what I wanted. I want to do what I can alone. I'd never be able to live like nothing happened. I had to find out who killed my parents. I had to lay bare the truth and, if possible, save Finn. That's my girl! I can't love him back. But at the very least, I could free him of the punishment he didn't deserve. He's still my partner, even if we're far away from each other. I won't abandon him. I will save you, Finn. Wait for me! The man I was seeing was... Sir Cordoa.
Oh, Testella. Good thing I ran into you.
It is?
Yes. I have something to give you.
A stab to the stomach. Thank goodness. Sir Cordoa led me into one of the visitors' rooms. He closed the door and handed me a sealed letter. What is it?
A notification for you from the temple.
A notification? May I open it?
Please.
I was unsettled by his grave demeanor. I guess this is my change of assignment. What could this be? There was a single folded letter within. I glanced at Sir Cordoa again and opened it. Rank 1 Officer Employment Termination Notice. What is this, Sir Cordoa?
It is what it looks like. Very sad, Testella.
But I can't accept this. I demand an explanation. Sir Cordoa sighed and nodded.
As you know, police officers always work in pairs unless they work in the administration. If one of them is dismissed for any reason, the other is judged partly to blame and also dismissed.
But they can't just fire me. What am I supposed to do?
Don't worry. Well, maybe worry a little. The temple treats you as being dismissed, but you will be reassigned.
Reassigned?
Yes. To the hounds.
To the hounds? They're sending me to the depths?
Yes. The hounds have broader duties than just policing the people there. Some retraining will be required. If you serve well, you should be able to return. Don't think about mounting an escape. This is not like the mission you went on for the Rank 2 exam. You can't refuse. Refusing a reassignment is a crime that will see you exiled for good.
So I'm going to the Sanctuary District either way.
Yes. Wouldn't you rather serve with the hounds, then?
No. I mean, yes. Yes, I would. That seems good. Yeah, I could do that. I leave tomorrow, according to the notice. I had no chance to find the real criminal in half a day. Neither could I delay my reassignment to the depths. I'll have to put off finding the criminal until I return. The more time passed, the more evidence would disappear. And yet... How many months does it normally take to return?
I honestly don't know. Hardly anyone comes back in the first place.
I see.
Don't be dejected. It's absolutely possible. You're excellent. If you work hard, you will come back.
All right. I hope so. Thank you for everything you did until now. I'm sure we will see each other again.
Yes. Godspeed, Testella.
I mean, it took freaking Inez, basically a saint, years to come back. I won't be seeing this for a while. The city I had grown up seeing looked special to me. To the hounds, huh? I would have to serve under Sir Saxon, I knew. Joy of joys. Not only that, but you get to be retrained. Quotation marks. I don't like it, but Sir Cordoa is right. I can't refuse. I'll have to serve faithfully. And one day I'll be back here. I walked through the gate to my home, knowing the future would require determination. There was a small basket in front of the main door. It was covered by cloth. I couldn't see the contents. What's inside? I carefully reached for the cloth. Flowers? Inside the basket was a collection of colorful flowers. I spotted a small card laying beside them and picked it up. Please take them. Euclase. Finn's parents must have sent them. How nice. That's good to get along with the in-laws. I remember getting one before. It had been about a year before, during winter. Aw. I'd been down with a cold. Finn had brought me a basket. That basket had apples, not flowers. They were good. He'd been so worried. Finn must have already... I remembered what he had said. Love, huh? Perhaps he'd only said that to ensure a conviction. It was hard to say. Either way, it confused me. I shouldn't think about it. Finn was somewhere else. No amount of worrying could give me answers. I have to focus on the things I can actually do. I ate dinner and went back to my room to prepare for my assignment to the depths. I'm surprised she hasn't thought, like, I'll probably run into him at some point. I'm only allowed limited baggage, I think. I pulled out the notice I'd gotten to check. Allowed possessions. Sword and small one-handed bag with possessions. Thankfully, they're letting me bring my sword. That is good. Every sword was completely different. I'd grown accustomed to mine and could use it like an extension of my arm. Of course, I could also fight with a sword I'd never used before, but I preferred the one I had practiced with. The sword aside, what should I bring? I looked around the room, unsure of what I needed. A pillow. Won't fit into a small bag. I don't want a picture of my parents to become dirty. I don't need anything, I guess. I'm not there to have fun. I need my sword, but that's all. I touched the pendant under my clothes and nodded. Carrying it will just make it harder. I decided to leave it in my room together with all the memories. Really? How does real estate work in the Heights? I've wondered this through the various routes. Like, no one moves into this house. Ever. And she's treating it like, you know, when I get back, it'll still be here. Like, no one... There's criminals up there. Nobody breaks in. Steals nothing. Nobody moves in. Nothing. I'm so perplexed. I don't understand. Alright, well, we're leaving our priceless family heirloom here, waiting for when we get back. Guess we better make sure we make it back. Girl, you crazy. I'm a little early. There was still time before I had to enter the elevator. I wondered how I was going to pass the time.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, hi. Was not expecting you. Lord Fitzgerald.
Thank goodness. I made it in time. I needed to see you.
Me? Lord Fitzgerald smiled softly.
I heard you were going to the depths, and I wanted to say goodbye. I know it's part of your job, but...
Yes, but there are others who suffer more than I do. Who told him I'm going to the depths? Even I hadn't found out I would be reassigned to the Hounds until I had to know. And yet he... Oh, I guess Lord Warner told him. I accepted this explanation and looked at him directly. At least I'm not going as a criminal.
I see. I've never been to the depths. I heard it's a savage, uncivilized land. Be safe, Lady Cyrus.
Thank you, Lord Fitzgerald. You too. Before leaving, I remembered that our engagement had been called off. I would have normally asked him for the reason, but I guess it doesn't matter now. Man, they keep hammering that, like, I could ask so-and-so about the engagement, but I got other stuff. Under normal circumstances, I would ask about that engagement, but I'm not. For raisins. I'm like, is this gonna be a big plot point that, like, blows the entire mystery of her parents' death wide open? It's something I haven't even, like, considered yet in the grand ending. It's like the first thing you learn is why the engagement was called off. Because, I just assume Lasad and the Fitzgeralds work in tandem for raisins. Don't know what the raisins are. And so they were just like, he's like, yo, I want that girl's blood. They're like, we got you, boo. We'll set her up, send her down to you. And bada boom, bada bing, Fitzgerald just kills them and she gets sent down and stuff. And so they're like, well, we're just gonna break off the engagement before the murder takes place. I don't know. Is there something more complicated than that? Guess I'm gonna have to find out. Anyway, going to the depths. Asking Lord Fitzgerald about it now would just put him in an awkward position. Nobody wants that. Thank you for seeing me off so early in the morning. You're a good man. Look at that smile. Ah! Goodbye, Lord Fitzgerald. Pretend you didn't hear that scream. I waited a little at the station. At the designated time, the elevator arrived and I went in. Here goes nothing. The announcement I already knew finished. I sighed and reclined into the seat. I closed my eyes and listened to the rumbling of the machinery. Didn't think I'd be in here again. The last time I had been in the elevator had been during the Rank 2 qualifications on my way to the depths. Finn had been with me. And not just then. He'd always been with me. I opened my eyes and looked around. Finn was gone. There was nobody else. It feels so large with you not in here, Finn. I was descending to serve with the hounds. He had not. He had been sent down as a criminal. Probably better for him this way. Although I don't know how we're going to deal with our retraining. I wonder how he felt when he was in here. What was he thinking about on the way? Finn, I hope you're doing all right.